words of wisdom for the kids out there?
Drink plenty of fluids on a hot day and get high in the music, not the drugs.
Welcome back, winners and losers. Another episode of Take the Points. I'm your host, Fat Sam, and with me, not as always, the world-famous T-Bone is not here. He's out doing world-famous things. We do know he's alive and well. Last time we saw him, he had a suitcase of money on the tarmac, but we know that he came back with a suitcase of money this week. He had a great week this week. Made out well. So if you want to become a patron, at Patreon, you can see his picks and see what he picked. Or if you want to send us some love, if you did great this week, our PayPal link is below. But what we do have, as always, our enforcer and legal counsel, Joey Guns, is here. And, as I mentioned last week, we have a special guest star. He may soon be a regular here at Take the Points. We're glad to have him. It's Tony Zullo's little cousin, Stumpy McGee. Stumpy, welcome to Take the Points. We're glad you're here. We hope you can help these winners and losers find fame and fortune out there in the stratosphere.
Well, thanks for the invite. I'll do what I can. Stumpy's
a great guy, and really, he's pretty smart too. So, I don't bestow those compliments on many people, but he was vetted. We vetted him. We made sure that he was legit, and he's here to help you with your gambling adventures going forward. Okay, so let's just recap real quick. I want to recap Week 15. Joey Guns, he had his lock pick. He had Miami. We all loved Miami. Actually, we all took it. We looked at it as a gift. And -2, how could they not cover that? They win by 10. So congrats to Joey Guns on his lock pick. My lock pick didn't quite make it there. I took the Bucks -5.5. I was surprised they came back at 1. I was kind of hoping they could get over the hump, but I apologize for that bum steer. But if you did take the money line, you made out all right. And Stumpy last week, he was all in on the Kansas City Chiefs at 3.5, and they didn't quite get over the hump either. They got grabbed by the hook, and that lock was no bueno. So, but to recap, last week, I think we all did pretty well from a money standpoint, and T-Bone did really well. So once again, become a patron, send us some cash, and without further ado, we'll move on to Week 16. All right, so my lock pick for Week 16, and we talked a little bit in pre-production. I hate doing it. Because I hate the Browns. Okay? As a lifelong Steeler fan, I hate the Browns. All right? It's hard to hate the Browns because they've been so terrible for so long. But they're legit this year. Okay? I'm kind of coming around to the bandwagon, and this is all I'm going to say. The Jets beat the Rams last week. Fantastic. The Jets are still terrible. I've been off the Jets since the Dead Fox story back in Week 3, and they're only now are getting 9.5 this week. I see Chubb's going to run all over the Jets. The Jets are terrible. Mayfield has a good game. Browns have something to play for with the Steelers faltering. They could win the division. It would be completely Brown-like for them not to play well and lose this game, but I don't see that happening. It's different Browns. I'm going to give them some credibility, and I'm going to say take the Browns, lay the points. Cleveland, -9.5. That's Fat Sam's lock pick of the week. All right. Stumpy McGee, let us know, what is your lock pick of the week?
All right, so my lock pick this week, I believe I went with the artist formerly known as the Redskins there, the Washington Football Club.
Love it.
What did I have? What was there? They're 2.5, 2.5. Washington's getting 2.5 this week. I went with Washington.
They're given 2.5, or they're -2.5?
They're -2.5.
-2.5.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, so, that's all right. Stumpy might be a little nervous. This is his first time. We're going to try to make him feel at home.
So Washington, -2.5. I'm picking Washington. I'll tell you why. So it looks like good old Alex Smith is coming back this week.
Love Alex Smith.
He's the best.
He's the man. I mean, was great with the Niners. He was great with the Chiefs, and he's going on to do great things with the almost said the Redskins, with the Washington Football Club. And it looks like McCaffrey right now is still questionable for next week. So with McCaffrey out and Smith potentially coming back, I can't see how the Panthers have a chance in this game. So you can go ahead and play the money on that one. It's going to happen.
So I'm hoping for Carolina because I need Washington to lose, so my Giants winning the NFC East comes in. So I picked the Panthers, but Stumpy's been pretty hot these last couple of weeks, and the Giants are I can definitely see Washington winning this game, but I'm hoping the Panthers can have a little magic and steal it away from them. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's move on to Joey Guns and talk about some Parlay Pick of the Week, Joey.
Yeah, thanks, Fat Sam. Looking to go 2 for 2 in the next week. I had a great week last week, coming off a few bad weeks. So this week I'm looking at the Saints -7 at home. The Vikings are coming in. The Saints, lost a close one last week. They have something to play for. The Vikings don't. 7 points. I like to stay away from 7.5. But in this case, I think, after that loss last week, the Saints are going to come back. They always play well at home. And, I just see the Saints putting up some big numbers this week against the Vikings. So I'm going to take the Saints -7. I'm going to parlay that with the Steelers getting 1.5.
Okay.
They're getting 1.5 at home. They've lost 3 in a row, and I think the lines reflect the last 3 losses, but I don't think they're out of it quite yet. I think they can still turn things around. I think this is the week they do that, and I've taken them a few weeks in a row now and lost, so I'm really pulling for them to come through this week.
I think you're
kind of putting all my money on the table, and I know you're about to say I'm throwing good money after
exactly bad. I was gonna say, but
money after bad, but
yeah, I can't. They've burned me one too many times.
Yeah, so I'm really pulling for them.
It's a dangerous pick. I think. I don't know. They're right now playing like a steaming bag of poo, and
can't coaching correct some things and get them back on the winning. And I mean, it's 1.5, right? So
well, the problem is, like I was saying earlier to you guys, was that they have no run offense. They have no run game at all. And then, the last few weeks, they've had no passing game to go on top of the no running game. And unless Roethlisberger can figure this out, I mean, you got to score. I mean, you can have a great defense.
Yeah, defense only goes so far.
It does, but eventually, if you don't score, you're going to lose. And it's been terrible. So, I'm pulling for you, but I'm not hopeful.
The more you two talk, the more convinced I am that the Steelers is the pick. So I'm taking the Saints and the Steelers.
I like the Saints.
Saints getting 7, Steelers,
Breeze knocks off a little more rust, and I like that pick. I do.
Yeah, the Saints game, I think, it was good for a lot of the folks were saying last week they were shocked to see Breeze come back in that game. It was too early.
I thought so.
It was a great. I thought it was great for him to show up because he did get some rust knocked off. You saw that first half of that game. He was just terrible. But as the game progressed, he kept banging and pulled him back into it. It was a good game there in the end. So I think he needed that. I think this game he goes off. He goes full breezy on him. I'm with you on the Saints game.
When you think about the Saints, too, is why wouldn't you want your A team to go up against the Chiefs? I mean, just kind of to get a feel for where you are. And they were competitive. I mean, it was close. They could have won that game.
They could have.
So I think I like them this week, too. I agree. Not to go off topic, but what do you think? Do you think how long is it going to be before the Chiefs have to change their name? Do you think that's coming down the pike? The Washington football team, the Cleveland Indians. How long is it going to be before they have to hang up the red and white there in Kansas City and become the Sunflowers or something?
I sure hope not. I mean, I
I
understand some of these teams, but man, just don't mess with the Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs had a lot of support from the community, so.
Like the Seminoles down in Florida.
And I really don't see it as a derogatory name. You know, you can understand the Redskins kind of comes off as derogatory, but Chiefs, I mean, it's not really derogatory. I understand that they've already started doing away with the chief chop,
Tomahawk chop or whatever.
They call it. They've knocked that off. So you know, good if that's. But leave the name alone. Enough of this.
Yeah, all right. I didn't mean to get too political there. We're a non-political show, and I don't care anyway. But Stumpy's a Chiefs fan, so I wanted to throw that out
Love
there.
my Chiefs.
All right. So speaking of one of the main reasons that we pulled Stumpy in is his celebrity connections, and he did say he was going to get us Hollywood Brown from the Ravens, an active player. That would be the first time we had an active player on this podcast to make a pick, but he probably would have just picked his own team anyway. So,
rightfully so. They're going to win this week.
So Stumpy, pulled this guy in, and then when he got here, and he's like, I got nothing from Hollywood Brown. But what he did have is his good buddy, Logan Paul, and I guess he sent him an email. And
email? They text.
Did they text? I don't even know. I don't know what to believe with Stumpy anymore.
All day long.
Well, I'll tell you, we can. I wouldn't go as far as saw a friend because Logan Paul's kind of a dirtbag, but I'm just gonna call it how's I sees it. He's kind of a dirtbag, but he can box,
and he does have a good eye for gambling, from what I hear.
Well,
he puts a lot of money on the table.
I guess. Well, he's putting his money. What Stumpy tells me is that he's picking the Bengals this week.
Oh, why would he do that?
I don't know because the Texans are terrible. I don't know.
Full tilt.
Oh, he's a homer. That's what it is.
8
he's
points.
From Ohio.
8 points, and I don't know. Is he already punch drunk? Did he already get punched too many times? I don't know. But he likes the Bengals. Hey, the Bengals look good against the Steelers, and maybe they'll look good against the Texans because the Texans can make you look good too. So I don't know. Okay, I'm on 8 points. Take the points. Logan says take the points. Stumpy says take the points. Fat Sam says do what you want to do. So I don't think I got anything else. We got anything else from this committee here, the dais? Anybody here has anything they want to add?
I think you've hit it all. Yeah.
Happy holidays. That's right.
Christmas broadcast.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Ramadan, Festivus, whatever you celebrate out there. Have fun with your family and
stay COVID free.
Stay COVID free. Drink a little bit if you do that. Spread some love. How about that? Let's spread some love and say 2020 is on its way out. Let's hope for a great 2021. All right? So all you winners and losers out there, good luck, good fortune. As always, be a patron. Send us some money. We'll see you next week. Take the points.